Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20+ years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you and enjoy the video.
In this video, we're going to be replacing the Serpentine belt tensioner on this 1997 Ford Expedition. This procedure is the same for any Expedition, Excursion, F-150, Navigator, even Blackwood. As long as you got the 4.6 liter, 5.4 liter, or even the V10, this is the same. The tools you'll need are 8mm 5/16 wrench to disconnect your battery, a 1/2-inch ratchet bar and a bigger wrench to help you get your belt off, and then a 10mm socket and ratchet to remove the bolts. That size could change by vehicle, but probably not.
The thing you'll want to do is disconnect your negative battery cable, and on these trucks it's either this is a standard 5/16 or 8mm also works.
Okay, so you're obviously going to have to remove your Serpentine belt, and the belt tensioner has a 1/2-inch square hole in it. So basically what I'm showing you here is that's a 1/2-inch drive handle that is in the tensioner. Okay, so basically you want to take a 1/2-inch drive socket handle and get it into the tensioner. Okay, now I'm going to take a large wrench and actually get it on that handle. This gives me more leverage, and then you pull up on the wrench, and then I'm going to go to fast motion here. Once you pull the wrench aside, you can pull the belt right off of the alternator, and then you basically you don't have to pull it all the way off probably to get the tensioner out, but you have to pull at least part way up.
Your Serpentine belt tensioner, okay, is right here. Okay, it attaches with 3 bolts. One there, one right down there, and then one, a shot of it here, and then one here. Okay, so I'm going to remove, those are 10mm bolts.
Okay, just a little fast forward through the kind of monotonous stuff. Don't try to work this fast at home.
So here I am, I got my wrench on this last one. Not a lot of room to get my hand in down in there to push. I'm having a lot of trouble with it, so what I'm going to do here is put this block of wood down in there, contact the wrench, and then use a little old school impact here. I got it loosened up.
Okay, and again after that little tip we'll go through a little fast forward. Yeah, and again, do not try and duplicate my lightning fast hands at home.
The tensioner fell off. It fell down, and so there's the tensioner out of the vehicle, and obviously our tensioners will mount in exactly the same. This tensioner is fine, so I'm actually just going to mount it right back in the vehicle, which is going to be fun. The tensioner mounts in this way with the pulley facing in, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it down in there, and then I'm going to get this first bolt in. This is the easiest one to reach. Okay, so I'm going to feed it down in. There's the fan. I'm going to try and get my hand under here to support the tensioner. Okay, so I managed to get the tensioner in place. Get that first bolt in. Now, get the second one in place. And then the hardest one will be this third one. I can reach right down here. Okay, so I got all 3 bolts in place. I'll hand tighten them and then I'll tighten them up.
Okay, we'll go into some fast motion so we don't have to watch all this boring junk. Just using a little bit of air ratchet there, a little bit, and then tightening with my hands.
Once those are tight, then you're ready to put your serpentine belt back on. When you're ready to put your serpentine belt back on, you definitely want to find this diagram right here. This is your routing diagram, okay? And it's really going to be difficult for me to video putting the belt on, so I'm going to kind of show you what the best practice is. What you want to do is curl your belt up and feed a loop down through here, then put that loop around the AC compressor. Then the same thing, take it, make a loop, feed it down in here to put around your crank, and then feed a loop down here to your power steering pump. Okay, then make sure it's up and over your water pump, and then you basically should be able to pull your belt up, and then you put your handle back into the tensioner here. Pull this way on the tensioner and you should be able to pull up and onto the alternator. Okay, once you got your belt on, reattach your battery, start up the car, listen, make sure there's no screeching or grinding or anything, and if it's all nice and quiet, then your belt's on there correctly.
We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.1aauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.